With Sony re-releasing all of these Spider-Man movies in theaters, I wanted to take a look back at the Spider-Man movies some of you may have never seen. Believe it or not, Tobey Maguire wasn't the first live-action Spider-Man to star in a movie. Nicholas Hammond or Shinji Toda may come to mind, and while those are closer, would you believe me if I told you a Spider-Man film was made in the 1960s? Don Glutt was both the first to make a Spider-Man movie and the first to play Spider-Man. Okay, I may have been a tad untruthful since most of these are unofficial fan projects, but some of these, I'd argue, are better than the official films. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Don Glutt's film starts with a Daily Bugle article talking about a new villain, Dr. Lightning, an original character made up for the movie. Spidey then steals this paper like some broke-ass bum, something my goat Moon Knight could never be caught doing. We then get a look at the Spider-Man costume, which is impressive for the time, and some of the special effects using a Spider-Man doll, which has some decent results. We then cut to Dr. Lightning's daughter, who is then promptly kidnapped by her father's henchmen. Honestly, Father of the Year. Spidey senses the commotion and swings over. The webhead then finds a map leading to Dr. Lightning's cave and then once again swings over. Spidey overhears the Doc's plans to destroy the Bugle, so an epic battle ensues where he beats the absolute shit out of the guy's henchmen for like a good minute. Just like, look at that. He is brutalizing them. He also just straight up allows Dr. Lightning to kill him. Like, he makes no attempt. He used him as a human shield. He had no sympathy for that man. Spidey then gets zapped by Dr. Lightning and is promptly taken out of the fight, allowing Dr. Lightning to escape for a brief amount of time. Spidey then uses one of his spider tracers to track down the car, and a honestly pretty cool chase sequence occurs, so I'll just kind of let that play out. After the chase, Spidey catches up and shoots a web at the car and pulls it towards him, effectively stopping the chase. And Dr. Lightning does the most insane thing to avoid capture. He just kills himself, like straight up. I'm not even joking. He just dies. And that is the end of the first movie by Don Glut. It's honestly pretty good. I had to condense it a lot because I condensed a 11-minute short film into about 4 minutes, so it is a heavily condensed, and I also didn't play any of the audio just because editing that in would have been a nightmare. But if y'all seem interested, I'll leave a link to it. I'll actually leave a link to all of them somewhere, either in the description or the comment section. But I would really recommend this movie, both for its honestly fairly impressive effects for the time, and generally just the novelty of it, of just the first Spider-Man movie. I know it's not like an official Spider-Man movie, but I feel like it has like a bit of like novelty to it being like the first, you know what I mean? So yeah, without further ado, let's move on to the next one. And the next film we'll be covering is Viva Spider-Man. A really unique take on the character. It's basically like a live-action version of the 1960s cartoon. We start the film with Peter getting jealous over Roy Robinson, the star basketball player that everybody seems to like. And after getting rejected by a girl, Peter delivers this iconic line.
Come back, I was only... Oh, holy cats, what's the use? Women.
In an attempt to become cool, Peter decides to join the basketball team.
He's rich, handsome, and a star on the team. No wonder all the girls are crazy about him. What can I do? I can't afford groovy threads or a neatsy red convertible like Roy Robinson. No wonder Susan can't see anything in me, with a big man on campus like that swaggering around. Maybe I could come on big with Susan if I was on the team. Sure, with my spider powers, I could run rings around that darn Roy Robinson. I could be the new star. Then Susan would let me date her. I'll do it!
He tries speaking with the coach to get a spot on the team, but is rejected and instead offered the position of water boy.
The basketball team?
Too late. All filled up. Come back next season.
But coach, I'm sure I could be one of your star players.
You? A star player? Hey, don't make me laugh. Tell you what I'll do, kid. We need a boy to carry water. You want the job? It's yours.
A water boy?
We then cut to Roy Robinson's house late at night, where he's kidnapped by the most intimidating of goons. Really the most, fearsome of, hired help. The most... I can't keep this straight any longer. These are the fucking goofiest guys ever, and they are just like the greatest. We then cut to the Daily Bugle, where Peter learns from J. Jonah Jameson that Roy was kidnapped.
I wonder if Mr. Jameson has any assignments for his favorite teenage photographer. Wait, my spider sense is tingling. I'd better listen in.
All right, Robinson, calm down, calm down. Now, do you have any idea who kidnapped your boy?
The Kingpin? Why, that fat slob of a racketeer? The night of the big game, too. Central hasn't got a chance without your son. What's that? You say the Kingpin wants me to deliver the ransom. That two-bit hoodlum has wanted to put the thumbscrews on me for years. What's that? Generous contribution to my paper if I go, and exclusive rights to the story. All right, then, I'll go.
So, the Kingpin has kidnapped Roy Robinson, eh?
Peter, after learning this, suits up and swings over. And the Spider-Man suit is admittedly really good. If I really say my only complaint with it is the back spider has 6 legs instead of 8, which is not the biggest of deals, but it is kind of strange. But that was how it was drawn a lot sometimes, so it's not like the biggest of deals, Peter then arrives at the Kingpin's lair, where he confronts him.
I'll end up in Hoboken. So, this is the Kingpin's castle. I wonder if I'm dressed for royalty.
Now look here, you big tub of lard. I brought you the money. You can't do this to me. This is a democracy.
You've got your ideologies mixed up, writing man. Here, I am king. Listen, Inkslinger, You lay off my business practices, I'll let you and the boy go. Defy me, and you'll pay the price.
Skip it, pal. Nobody tells me what to print in my paper.
Excellent. Spoken like a true crusader. I admire your courage, Jameson. Alas, you'll live to regret it.
But not for long, eh, boss?
Can it, Turk? I tell the gags around here. What's that? Something crashing through the skylight? Sorry to drop in unannounced, Kingpin, but I've always been a party crasher. Spider-Man, no overgrown late.
Spider-Man quickly subdues his two henchmen and then hits just the greatest sprint I have ever seen. Just look at that stride, so confident and majestic. That is some real Olympic level performance there.
More trouble than I thought. Knockout gas. Got to stay conscious. Cockroach. I could have crushed you with my bare hands, but that would have been messy. Gas is better for bugs. Take care of him, Fingers.
My pleasure, boss.
Not so fast, wall crawler. This is the remote control activator for the time bomb which is babysitting Roy Robinson at the old Acme warehouse on the other side of town, even as we speak. The bomb is set to explode in 3 minutes. If you stay here to deal with me, Roy Robinson will die, and it will be your fault.
After being faced with that ultimatum, Spider-Man makes the choice to save Roy and quickly swings over, and is luckily able to get there just in time that he can return Roy to the game.
Thanks, Spider-Man, for saving me from that creep. But you can't expect me to play the rest of this game. I've been tied up so long, my circulation stopped. Even if I could get my hands on the ball, I don't think I could sink it.
Okay, just suit up and leave everything to me. Walloping web snappers, how do I talk myself into these things? Good-natured old Spidey is just naturally gonna help Roy Robinson win the game. Well, I did it again.
Hey, you! Parker! What a crummy kid you turn out to be. Didn't even turn out to see your own team win. So you wanted to crack at the team, huh? Get out!
Yes, even the life of a famous superhero like Spider-Man isn't all victory and fame. Not when you're a born loser like Peter Parker.
And that was the end of Viva Spider-Man, a honestly fairly impressive short film for the time. It was able to match both the comics and the vibe of the 1960s cartoon, and still make it into like a cohesive storyline and film. And while I do get it is a bit campy, I really don't mind that type of stuff. But yeah, overall, I would say that was a pretty good film. I'll leave that one linked below. I was able to get the audio on this one, so yeah. I did also have to cut it down a bit, but I tried to keep it still mostly intact. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, I'll leave a link to it. So if y'all want to watch it, y'all can find it. So yeah, that's it for that one. Let's move on to the next film. I was going to review the 2 Dan Poole Spider-Man movies next, but I am sadly running out of time, so I'm going to split this video into 2. I'll review those 2 and a couple others in the second video that I'll be posting in like about a week or so. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this play out. I guess serve as a bit of a teaser for the next video. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. That's it for now. See ya.
Why me? Why now? I was running late enough my own. But could you guys take a night off? No, you've got to go out and rob a grocery store tonight. Couldn't wait till tomorrow, no. Had to be right now while I'm on the way to see the girl of my dreams. Gee, I sure am bored tonight, Tone. Yeah, me too, Vin. What do you want to do? Oh, I don't know. Hey, I've got it. Let's go run Spider-Man. You won't care. Well, let me tell you two something. If my girlfriend gets mad at me, I'm going I'm warning you guys. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man's not going to be too friendly if you don't stop this car! Oh! Well, that's more like it. You, I want to work with your insurance company. But you, I want to work with first. And that word is... good night. Hey, Richard Petty. Nighty-night. Excuse me. Could you do me a favor? Phone the police for me. Tell them that the culprits of the 12th Street convenience store robbery are right here in this alley.
Sure, but why aren't you sticking around?
Who, me? I've got a date. See you.
Damn, she must be one happy lady.
Oh yeah, one last thing I wanted to add in before I finished off the video. This video was helped a lot by a playlist I found on YouTube by a Fudge Budger, I think is how their account name is pronounced. They made an entire playlist compiling a lot of these, and it made, finding some of these easier. I actually didn't even know some of these existed until I saw Fudge Budger's playlist. So I'll probably also leave that linked because that was a really helpful find. And yeah, that's the last thing I wanted to say before heading out. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope to see y'all back for part 2.